Yo, what's up, boys? I'm gonna take some vitamin D. It's 4 a.m. right now, and I've done my morning routine. I did my morning push-ups on Instagram. So yeah, and I've drank my 1.5 liters of water to be awake and give you good advice, so I can actually record this video. But waking up early is amazing, bro. Like, it's so amazing. I feel so much better than everyone else. Like, yesterday by 11 p.m. or a.m., I finished my day. I finished work, like Instagram, YouTube, and my video was uploaded. And I got back from the gym, and I hit the gym, and I had a fucking good workout. It was hard as fuck, like good training. But I want to talk to you about today that 2 sets to failure is bullshit. Like, bullshit. This is like the bare minimum you can get away with. But why the fuck do you want to get away with the bare minimum? It's like, what's the bare minimum of time? Can I play video games for like 2 hours each day? Because it's not that bad. It's only 2 hours, but can I still play? It's like, can I watch Netflix for 2 hours each day? Because it's only 2 hours and I need to relax. Or like, just this bitch mindset, You don't want to you don't want to just do the work that you can get away with. You want to do all the work so you can get maximum results. Like, taking 2 sets to complete failure is training kind of hard. But in order to be massive, jacked, looking good, you need more than 2 sets to failure. And you're probably not even taking your sets to failure, bro. You think you are, but I don't think you are. Taking your sets to failure requires a lot of skill. I don't think you have that skill yet. So, let's say we take your 2 mediocre sets to failure. Why the fuck would we only take 2 when we could take 4 sets to failure? Obviously on each exercise. And you also want to warm up let's say it's your first exercise that you're going to do. Let's say it's fucking incline dumbbell press. First, you're going to want to warm up your shoulders, just, like a classic warm up. Eat some carbs before your lift, like potatoes. No, this is 2 hours before you lift, or an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours to 1.5 hours. You want to have finished eating potatoes or rice, carbs, complex carbs, because these carbs are going to digest slowly and they're just going to fuel your workout. Then 10 to 15 or 5 minutes before your workout, you want to eat 3 bananas, because this is fast acting carbs and it's just going to give you energy whilst you work out, and the pump is going to be good. You also want to drink some citrulline, some creatine, and if you want, you can drink some caffeine. I personally always drink caffeine, not just before my workouts, but throughout pretty much the whole day until it gets close to my bedtime. My bedtime is at 8 p.m. So yeah, this is before you even lift, because what the fuck is the point of you working out if you don't have any carbs inside you? People put too much value on protein when they should really be putting that value on carbs. Carbs is the reason you're gonna bulk up. Carbs is the reason your muscles are gonna get bigger. Carbs is the reason your muscles are gonna appear bigger. Carbs is the reason you have energy in your workout. Carbs are goated. Protein's goated too, because obviously if you didn't have protein, you wouldn't grow much. I don't think protein synthesis will happen if there was no protein inside your body, I don't, but you should eat like 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, like the minimum, so you can actually grow. Some fats, so you stay healthy. Like let's say like 150 grams of protein. I don't know how much you weigh, but let's just assume that this is enough for you. Like 50 grams of fats, and the rest just carbs. Like 300 grams of carbs, 400 grams of carbs, 500 grams of carbs, 600 grams of carbs. 600 grams of carbs is like pretty extreme, but I don't know how much you weigh. But you could probably eat 600 grams of carbs. You know, you don't want to eat all of this in one meal. Like, if you're an overeater, you know you probably can. Like, I used to be an overeater when I was young. Like, when I lived in the UK, when I was like 11, maybe, at like 3 a.m., like the time right now. Well, no, it's 4 a.m. because I'm recording this video at 4 a.m. But at 3 a.m., I would be cooking chicken inside my kitchen, you know, because I was playing Fortnite in COVID times and I was hungry and I wanted some food. So I went over and made chicken, like deep fried chicken, like KFC type of chicken, which looking back at it, it's like very healthy, you know, eating at 3 a.m., deep fried chicken. But like I would eat a lot, you know, I'd eat like 6 meals a day. And we're not talking bodybuilder meals, just everyday normal living life meals. I'd eat rice, rice and chicken, I think. Yeah, I'd also eat like pasta. I would love carbs. I'd eat like cheese toasties. Huh. Like all this bullshit food. Like rice and pasta is good, but not toasties. You know, I don't know what else I'd eat. I can't remember. Oh, I would go like before school and after school. I'd always eat fish and chips because I had fish and chips on the way to my school. You know, and I always ate deep fried fries, and a battered sausage. I'd also get some food from the shops before school. Then I'd come back home and eat dinner. So I'd eat a lot, you know. Like, you can eat a lot, but it's better to, like, let's see, have all your macros for the day. So the 150 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, and then the 600 grams of carbs. Just, yeah. You probably have the ability to eat this in like 3 meals. You should eat them in like 6 meals, you know? Like you should split your meals up throughout the day. when you're eating each meal, you don't want to mix fats and carbs because when you mix fats and carbs, like they don't do their job. They're like fucked up. Imagine you put like hmm, a Jewish person in jail, and in the same cell they have a neo-Nazi. It doesn't go hand to hand, you know. Like the same cell, and we have a Jew and a Nazi. It just doesn't work. Imagine this as fats and carbs. Hopefully, because I said that, my video won't get demonetized or like it will get spread out to YouTube. Oh, you just shouldn't eat carbs and fats in the same meal. You should eat fats and protein or carbs and protein. That's when it works, it's raw. But not carbs and fats. It's two complete opposite things, you know? Like imagine the protein just as a normal white guy, like me. No preferences, no racism, just normal white guy. Oh, I'm burping because of the vitamin D. The first meal I recommend you eat, it depends what time you wake up, but let's say you go to gym after school. Yeah, let's say you go to gym after school. So you wake up in the morning at like 5 a.m. I want you to eat eggs before school. Like, the first thing that you do as soon as you wake up, because you don't have a business, do you? You're going to school. Like, you're not making much money. So, you should wake up at 5 a.m., eat some eggs. The earlier you wake up, the cooler it is. Like, me, I wake up at 3 a.m., you know? It wasn't always like this, but if I could go back in time to like being in school times and I wanted to grow muscle as much as possible, then I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and I would get my like meals in. So you want to wake up at like 5 a.m., eat 10 eggs. Well, first you want to do your routine, you know, wake up, you want to meditate, you want to journal, like write down what you're grateful about, pray to God, drink 1.5 liters of water before like you fully wake up. Then you want to eat then you want to go cook your eggs. You eat your eggs, then you go and take a shower, get ready for the day. And then it's like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. What do you do in that time? What would I do at 6 to 7 a.m.? If I was already ready and ate my eggs. Fuck, honestly, just watch a YouTube video or some shit, like learn. But YouTube videos nowadays are shit, you know. Fuck. Yeah, I'd say just watch a video of mine. Or go on Instagram. I mean, like, what the fuck are you meant to do if you're like 13 to 15? And you wake up at 5 a.m. and you eat your eggs? Just wait, you know? Like, the reason you're gonna eat 10 eggs is because 10 eggs are super duper duper healthy. I went through a time in my life where I ate 30 eggs for 30 days and also ate meat, only meat. So it was like carnivore diet. Carnivore, because I definitely had some carbs. But I had insane amounts of progress in 30 days, I think. 60 days, 90 days. I can't remember which one it was, but I went from 100 kg bench press to 115 kg bench press, you know. I got strong at that time because I was training hard as fuck. I had a gym bro that I went to the gym with. I was eating definitely enough protein. And I think the 30 eggs per day like definitely increased something. It made me higher testosterone. Yes, 1,000,000%. If you're eating 30 eggs per day, you're gonna have high testosterone. Let me tell you a funny story. So pretty much, my uncle thought I was on steroids when I was like in that period of time, right? So he asked me like, "Why the fuck are you growing so much? Like, you shouldn't be progressing this much." So, I don't know. I'm just training hard, you know. It's like, no, you're on steroids. You're on steroids. Just like, whatever. Because I'm on steroids. And then he came to the kitchen and he's like, "Why do you always eat so many eggs?" And like, bear in mind, my family was there. Like my mom, my dad. I think my aunt, my nan too, my grandma, and him. So I was cooking my eggs and I was like, "Yeah, so alright, ask Google Gemini what happens if you eat 30 eggs per day. Like, are you gonna grow a muscle or are you gonna increase your testosterone?" So he did. And Google Gemini said that like, I'm not sure if this still works, but it worked then. And she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna like something with your erection quality. Like your dick's just gonna be harder and more often. Oh yeah, if you eat 10 eggs per day, your dick's gonna be so hard. Like you're gonna wake up with morning wood like every single day. Like you're gonna look girls in the eyes for 5 seconds and you're gonna get bricked. You know, like it's how it works. No matter the age, like if you're even if you're fucking 30 and you start eating 10 eggs per day, like 10 is the minimum. 10, 15, 20 eggs per day, your dick's gonna be so bricked every single day because of like I don't know. Eggs are just magic. Eggs are just magical. Don't ask me the science behind it, but just trust me. I've went through this and I know. And I've learned about it and I know. You know? So if you don't want to be a bitch anymore and you actually want your dick to work, like if you were an older person watching me, eat 10 to 30 eggs per day. Don't believe the fucking fat Belgium healthcare people or whatever. Any of the health leaders. Don't believe anyone. I think these are the same people that make like the 1 to 5 health school. Don't believe anything. They are fat, obese, overweight. They can't even do 5 push-ups. They can't go for a run. They have diabetes, 1,000,000%. Their children don't love them. They don't love themselves. They're just the bottom of the barrel. But I think there's a reason that like the health prime minister things because they want the world weak and fat and unhealthy and unmotivated and undisciplined and untestosteroned and childlike and like feminine and not bricked. Because why the fuck would you want your slaves to be eating 10 to 30 eggs per day? No, you'd want them to eat like fucking bread. That's it. Yeah. I think eating bread is so slave food. You shouldn't eat bread, in my opinion. Because like every time after I finish eating bread, I'm just like, eh, you know. But yeah, doing two sets to failure is complete bullshit because I just went off topic like completely. I was talking about yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I just helped you out. I gave you some good advice. You know, if you want to make a shit ton of progress and you're like willing to do anything without taking steroids, your best bet is to eat 30 eggs per day. You know. So why training? Why are you doing only 2 sets to failure is cope, in my opinion, because it's like, what's the bare minimum I could get away with? It's like going back to this example. It's like, would you rather? It's like, yeah, but will this still work if I only eat eight eggs per day? Like, no, nigga, the magic works when you do like 25 to 30. Like, yeah, 10 eggs are still gonna give a benefit, but 25 to 30 eggs is where you really, really, really notice a big difference, you know? And it's the same with 2 sets to failure. Like, can I get away with doing 2 sets to failure? I mean, yeah, you can. But like, why the fuck don't you like pushing weight? Why don't you like doing more sets? Why don't you like doing more volume, putting more anger into your sets? Why don't you like this shit? I do. I love it. And I'm fucking big. You know, look at the size of my fucking shoulders. I'm massive. And I'm only 17. I'm only gonna keep growing. And I'm only gonna keep getting more disciplined and more locked in. Because I'm on the path to success, you know? But this doesn't mean you should only do 2 sets to failure. Just because it's like what everyone tells you to do. It's because what the fitness influencers tell you to do. But you want to know the reason they actually like promote this shit is because it appeals to the masses. It appeals to the lazy people to do 2 sets to failure. Like, yes, even the bodybuilders that go to even these fucking like fitness influencers, they still can be lazy people in the gym, you know? Like, never trust your idols. Never look up to your idols or something like this. This is saying. Like, they're just normal people. Like, they're as lazy as you. Okay, maybe a little bit less. Maybe more lazy. They're more degenerate than you. Maybe less, maybe more. They maybe work out. Okay, no, they have to work out harder than you. or they're just on roids, you know? Oh yeah. But let's say you're doing the incline dumbbell press, right? After your warm up, and you've already ate your carbs and your eggs in the morning and your bananas, then first set that you want to do. This is not like your working set. This is a warm up set. You want to get like, I don't know. I use 50 kg incline dumbbell press, like with each dumbbell. So that's my like 6 to 8 rep range. What's it called? Working set, and I do 2 of them. But I have like 2 warm up sets. You know, I have a 30 kg incline dumbbell press and a 40. Then I go to 50 and 60. And then I go to 50. And this is one exercise. And then I move on to the next exercise, I do the same thing. And then I go to the next exercise and I do the same thing. Next exercise, I do the same thing. So for chest, I do incline dumbbell press. Then I do incline barbell press. Wait. I can't even remember what the fuck my plan is. Because I just work out with my coach. Like, my coach gave me a plan to follow, which I followed, but I just started working out with him. We go to the same gym, and he just picks me up in the morning, and we work out together, you know? So I just do whatever the fuck he tells me to do, pretty much. Because he has so much more experience than me, and I'm not scared to invest into my, invest into my knowledge, myself. Which is something, like, you shouldn't be scared to do. You shouldn't be scared to spend your money. Because, it's easier to make more money than pinch pennies. I got this from Togi. Like, money is everywhere. It's so easy to make money. And it's so easy to spend money. Like, money just, you know. Don't be scared to spend money, you know. Like, let's say you're going to a restaurant or some shit. Or let's say you're going to a restaurant or you're buying yourself some clothes. And you don't know if you want to buy these clothes because they're a bit expensive. And you have the money for them, just buy them. Just buy them. You're going to have so much money in the future. Like, even if you don't make a business or anything, like, you're going to get so many more paychecks. If that's your goal, you know, I don't want to get any paychecks. At least, like, monthly paychecks. I want to get paychecks daily, and I will, you know. But the reason why I think doing 2 sets to failure is only doing 2 sets to failure, you have a very high chance of injury when you're pushing hard. You don't really get a pump, which is why you're doing like the first 2 sets to get a pump. Because getting a pump is amazing. Like, I don't give a fuck what everyone tells me. Like, or I don't give a fuck what Instagram rules tell me. Getting a pump is not actually the reason you gain muscle. It's because you get so much blood flow in your chest and like you feel the pump, but like it's not actually what causes growth. Like, I know, I don't give a fuck. I like to train this way, and if I like to train this way, then that's clearly working because I'm big and I like to train this way. You know, you should do whatever the fuck you like. You shouldn't force yourself to do some like bullshit that you don't want to do. Like, let's say you saw an Instagram reel, someone telling you to do like underhand bench press. And you don't want to do that shit. Like, and you try it and you don't find it comfortable and you don't like it, then don't do it. You know, if your friend's telling you to go to gym at this time and you don't want to go at that time, but you rather go at this time, then go at the time that you want. Don't be a slave. Don't be a bitch to your friend. You know? Like, whatever the fuck you want to do it. Let's say, okay, not exactly, because you could want to go watch some porn and like take some drugs and like fucking smoke some weed. Like, don't do that. But like, living the life of self-improvement, you know, going to the gym, working on yourself, learning, talking to girls, meditating, journaling, having low screen time, That's when you can start to listen to yourself after like 2 years of this. But you can't now. What's like? I mean, the time's gonna go past anyway. It's up to you whether you actually improve and become someone, or you just become a loser and take drugs and smoke weed on a daily basis. You know, it's completely your choice. The time's still gonna pass. Doesn't matter what the fuck you do with the time. It matters about the result. And you could either be a millionaire in 5 years or you could be a drug addict bum in 5 years. It's your fucking choice. So do whatever the fuck you want to do, nigga. You know. When you're doing chest, don't just limit yourself to 2 exercises. Do like 4 exercises. And don't limit yourself to two sets to failure. You want to do a couple warm-up sets. And these warm-up sets are intentional. One is to feel the mind-muscle connection. Because if you're doing an exercise and you can't feel your muscle, then don't do it. You should do an exercise that you can feel your muscle. Like, you should shut your eyes and be able to feel your muscles contracting and stretching. You know? You want to have perfect form and respect your weight. Like, you don't want to push your weight around like ego lifting. Like me with 50 kg incline dumbbell press, I'm like, I actually like control it, you know? I don't just as hard as I can, like awful form. You want to control your weight. Like, let's say you're doing bicep curls. I can curl the 30k. I can curl the like 28 kg dumbbells. Like, I don't. I choose to do the 22s or the 20s. You know, just slowly. Like controlling the fucking exercise, not just pushing the weight like a fucking maniac. Like sometimes you're gonna have to push the weight like a maniac, but you should really like control your reps, you know? You should respect your weight. Nie wchodź, nagrywam. Co? Nie idę.
Tata potwierdził, że idziesz.
Kiedy?
Wczoraj.
A ty kiedy idę do pracy?
Dzisiaj.
Nie idę dzisiaj. Mam fryzjera. Nie. Well, that was amazing news. My mum just came into my room telling me I gotta go work. I'm not going to work, bro. Fuck going to work. Fuck that shit, bro. Thinking I'm gonna go work in someone else's business. No. No. But going back to the fucking video after getting briefly interrupted by my mum. What was he talking about? 2 sets to failure, I think. Okay, I don't know. I need to change because my mind got like empty when I was thinking about 2 sets. But you want to train hard as fuck, bro. Like every single time you do an exercise, you want to give it your all. Even with the warm-up sets, you don't want to take your warm-up sets to failure. You want to leave like 2 to 5 reps, like until you go to failure. You know, you don't want to like because you're wasting energy that you don't need to put the energy into, so you can do the perfect. You're wasting energy that you could have put into your like your 2 working sets in order to grow. You know, like don't do this. You want to put your energy into your working sets, not your warm-up sets. Train hard as fuck. What does training hard as fuck mean? It means getting the correct amount of carbs, like before your workout, you know? 10 minutes before your workout, you eat like 3-4 bananas. 90 to 2 hours before your workout, you eat like 300 grams of carbs. And no fats. So like the carbs here digest properly and fast, and they do their work. You don't eat any carbs here. Like as little carbs as possible. I'm talking like 10 grams of carbs, 10 grams of fats in between here and here. You know, this is the bananas. This is the, like 2 hours before workout. Like 0 fats in between here, 0, because then the carbs are gonna do this correct job. And that's like kind of the point of training hard, you know? After this, like when you do your exercises, you don't want to just no, you make zero noise and you just do a resting face, just doing some curls. Like that's not training hard. Training hard is generally like, you know, like doing weird faces, like actually making noises when you work out, not just doing some bullshit. Like not just wasting your time in the gym. Like why would you want to waste your time, bro? You'd much rather get jacked rather than just go to the gym. You know, you want to be the most jacked out of your friend group. You want to be the most jacked in your whole fucking city. You want to be the youngest person that's jacked in the whole. You want to be the most jacked person ever. Like I'm not talking bodybuilder, but like just aesthetic jacked. Unless you want to be a bodybuilder. If you want to be a bodybuilder, then that's props to you. You know, but you want to be the most aesthetic person in your city. And the youngest aesthetic person in your city. And how the fuck are you gonna do this? By training hard, by eating correctly. That's it for today. That's it for today. Thanks for watching this far, you know, because I know the people that like don't want to learn would have clicked off the video, but you're the real one, G. You're the real one. So yeah, I hope you took some notes because I gave some good advice, especially with the diet part. I'm gonna have to like work on because I have so much knowledge to give you. I need to work on the way to give you this knowledge, you know. But it's good. It's good. Thanks for watching this video. Go follow me on Instagram because on Instagram, like you can just talk to me. You know, we can hop on a call so I can help you better. Also, until the 25th of June, my course is 50% off. So right now it's $49. It's going to be $99 after the 25th of June. So join for a discount. And yeah, see you in my Instagram DMs. See ya.